Hi nerds, welcome back. It's been a little while. I'm really sorry about that. It's been about 2 months since I posted my last video on the progress of the salon, and I'm finally sitting down to talk about the actual final renovation. I'm really sorry it's taken me this long to do it. Surprisingly, running your own salon does take up a little bit more time than you'd think. I've been spending a lot of my free time just doing admin, doing bookings, just general salon stuff, and we have been up until this point doing some construction work still. So my days off have been pretty non-existent so far, but not complaining. We have been really busy, and that's amazing. The local support has been absolutely phenomenal since we opened. We haven't had a single day yet where we haven't had any dogs in, and I couldn't have hoped for a better start to a brand new business. I was absolutely terrified that it wasn't going to work out, but you know, here we are. I think we're at like week 10 at this point, and we are so busy. It's absolutely phenomenal, and I'm just, it just makes me so happy to do this finally. But anyway, you guys have probably been dying to see the actual final product. Let's start with the reception. We didn't really do much in the reception. We changed all the lighting around, and the only other thing we really did was paint everything. As you can see in the before, there was a lot of pink, a lot of black, a lot of magenta, and we just freshened it up. And I added some peel and stick film on all the countertops just to freshen it up. I didn't really want to leave it as a painted surface because we're constantly wiping it all down, so the paint would have started wearing off pretty quickly. So this vinyl surface is just so much nicer, and it looks really nice as well. It was a bit of a pain to put on, but you know, the final product doesn't look too bad, even if I do say so myself. We're still waiting to paint the floor though. The problem I'm having with the paint is that it needs to cure for a good couple of days, and we don't really have a lot of time where there's no one in here for a couple of days. So that's really just been pushed back, and hopefully we have a date for it coming up in the next couple of weeks, but that could change. I have my landlord doing some work to the building, so I may need to give up my painting time for the contractors to come in, but we'll see how that goes. And it's not really the end of the world if I don't get to paint it. It looks a bit ugly, but it's still functional, so I'm not too bothered about that. Okay, and then the main room, my absolute favorite, the grooming area. This space was just gutted to bare bones. There was nothing here. The floor was all the way down to the floorboards. We found a lot of rot in the floorboards. There was no lights in here, and all the walls were a different color as well. So it did take us loads of paint to get the room looking really nice and fresh and have it as like a clean slate to build upon. And you can see all the way around the room we have got trunking for sockets, so we now have plenty of sockets for our tables, clippers, any kind of chargers, all our dryers, everything. It's really handy to have a lot more than you need because we do move around quite a lot. We may need to adjust where our tables are for specific dogs and so on. Flooring wise, I really wanted to put vinyl in here because it would have been non-slip and easy to clean and all that, but it would have cost so much money that I just simply couldn't afford it. So for now, we have laid down really beautiful light grey laminate, which is functional, it's easy to clean, but eventually I do want to change it into vinyl so it then matches up with the rest of the salon. But it's not urgent, it functions fine, it's gorgeous, it looks lovely in pictures as well. So I am pretty pleased with it for now. Okay, and then moving on to our tiny kitchen. This tiny space went through such a huge transformation. The way it was laid out before was just not functional, even though it's just a little space for us to keep our lunches at and just have a little break. The little sink unit was completely rotten, and it was somehow welded into the wall and into concrete. It took us quite a while to rip it all out. We needed to change the plumbing in there, and we changed the countertop around as well because the way it was laid, there was no easy access to the sink, so it just makes a lot more sense now, and we could fit a little fridge underneath, and we still have the cupboard space as well. You know, it's only a tiny little break room for us. It's not an essential part of the salon, but it's so nice to have it all nice and fresh, and we have the vinyl flooring down in there, so it is non-slip, and it's just nice and practical. And lastly, our bathing area. Now, this is by far the biggest transformation we've had in the salon. We completely changed the walls, the ceiling, and the floor. And the biggest issue we had with this room was that there was a huge, really heavy safe in there that no one really seemed to know who it belonged to. Someone had tried to break into it, someone was drilling through the lock but hadn't gained access. I doubt that there was anything in there anyway, but you know, someone tried. Can't blame them for it. We had a professional removals company come in and actually take it away because there was no way we could have removed it or put it anywhere anyway. But once that was out of the way, we could get started with everything. We have the vinyl in there so that it's non-slip and waterproof. And with the ceiling, we end up dropping it quite a lot. It was a really weird angled almost like a pitched roof, and that would have caused a lot of issues with damp because obviously humidity goes up when we're bathing and drying dogs. So we just dropped it down, we leveled it off, and we actually installed some extractor fans above both the baths as well. So when we're bathing dogs, all the humidity is just going to be sucked straight up into the vents and it's going to be taken outside, so we don't have to worry about any mold or anything like that. And so far it's worked incredibly well. And on the walls and up in the ceiling we have got some plastic cladding as well, so it's really nice and easy to clean and obviously waterproof as well. It's just such a nice little room. It is a little bit snug for the two of us to have, you know, 2 baths in there, but we make it work and I absolutely love the space it is at the moment. But that's it guys, I know that was a very brief look into the salon. If you'd like me to talk about all the products and equipment I've chosen for the salon, like, let me know. I would love to talk about it all. I know I have made a video like that before, I'll just link it up there and in the description for you, but that was back when I was employed at the salon I previously worked at, and obviously I have picked some slightly different products, some I've kept the same. But if you guys want to know my updated sort of like must-have products, like, let me know and I would love to do that. But thank you so much for watching guys, it's been so nice to get back to filming. It's been far too long, I do apologize. I was meaning to do this about a month ago, but we got there in the end, and I really hope you guys enjoy the transformation as much as we have over here. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, do leave it a little thumbs up, it does really help out my channel. And if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing to the channel as well so you don't miss my next video. Bye guys!